crushed or ripped apart? Which is it? Right there in the pit of your stomach, you can feel it and you know the answer. Are you being ripped apart by the demands others put upon you? Or are you being crumpled and crushed under the weight of the pressure on you? You know, it's really both. Most of the time, the forces we experience are unequal. And yesterday, we talked about the stress on the pressor of the buttons in question. And Newton's third law of motion tells us that for every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. So, I mean, it's just basic physics, right? We're literally getting it from all sides in at least 3 dimensions. We expand as individuals when the pressure inside, that is, who we are, exceeds the pressure outside, that is, who the world would have us be. We're constantly changing, expanding, or contracting. Let's think for a moment about our red balloon. Now, imagine putting it to your lips and filling it with your breath. As your lungs force air into it, the pressure of your breath inside exceeds the pressure of the air outside. The balloon expands and grows in size. It's a convenient analogy for the fabric of our being, both physical and ethereal. It's elastic, but not unbreakable. You and I need to stay within a certain distance of our point of equilibrium. If we get too far off, our minds can become frayed and stretched to that breaking point, despite the elasticity of our soul. Quite simply, we need to manage our growth in order for it to be sustainable. External forces press upon us constantly. Sometimes we welcome it and the friction that can come with it. Other times, it's more mundane, like the pressure of your bare feet in the sand as gravity holds you down to the beach. And from atmospheric pressure to our own blood pressure, it's all around us and inside us. Then, we've got those other forces pulling on us. They exert demand and can stretch us thin to the point of breaking again. The fabric of our being made up of individual threads, each with an individual limit. Sometimes, when those who would push our buttons find no satisfaction in the result, they'll grab any thread they can and just start pulling. Other times, demands of work or family or whatever pull us in different physical and emotional directions. The energy it takes to keep things together is well out of proportion to the results. And all of this is going on at the same time. The fabric of our being may have an infinite capacity for growth and expansion, but have you consider that it can only grow so fast? Our operating systems are limited by the ability of what's between our ears to make sense of it. When the tension pulls us in the direction of expansion too fast, it can create a vacuum inside of us. A void, if you will, that ought not be filled from the outside, but can leave us feeling hollow or empty while we grow into it, as if we're too small for our own selves. It takes effort and work to maintain the balance of pressure and surface tension. We do well to be aware of how fast we're expanding, lest we grow too quickly and crack, allowing the darkness from the void within to escape, or, perhaps worse yet, to let that which others would put into us fill that void. So often we're too eager to fill it and accept whatever might fill up that emptiness, whether it's the good medicine of healing or the toxicity of another poison pill. That's a lot about stress, and what about that pressor under the pressure? Much of the time it's self-imposed, I suppose. Maybe as an offset to the tension threatening to pull us apart. We can do something about it, meditation, yoga, running, martial arts, to name but a few. Sometimes we just got to blow off some steam, right? A little of the press here to release pressure. Just push this button. Now do it again and again. Could it be that we're just imagining it all, creating or experiencing stress, when it could be just a pivot or a shift in our perspective that converts that same energy into healthy pressure and experiences that result in growth and non destructive expansion? You tell me, as you've got my take. What say you?